Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show. So as we have seen in our previous videos, the future of the Apple Card is hanging in the balance. Goldman Sachs is having second thoughts about issuing the card, and there's talk of the relationship blowing up by the end of the year. But you know what? Apart from the stylish software that goes with the card, which looks really pretty, but is the card actually any good? I mean, it's made of titanium, but it's not even bulletproof. Believe me, I've tested it. And the Apple credit card is no more. And sure, it does have no fees, but it's not like you can actually earn that much cash back from the card, which is what we really care about. Oh, and it's sexist too. So really, I mean, screw the Apple Card. In this video, we are gonna give you 5 cards that earn more cash back than the Apple Card, mostly through mobile wallet, which is kind of the Apple Card's thing. This is 5 alternatives to the Apple Card you need to know about. And this video is brought to you by Puritongue, but more on that later. All right, so first of all, what do we have to beat? So Apple loves saying that their card earns up to 3% back, but actually it is 3% at a very small group of select merchants, including Apple and these companies. And I think they split some of these up into 2 to make it look like more. I mean, Uber and Uber Eats, that's the same company. Same with ExxonMobil, and Dwayne Reed and Walgreens are the same company too. Look, it even says on their website, Dwayne Reed by Walgreens. And you have to use Apple Pay at all those merchants to get the 3%. Then you earn 2% back on all other Apple Pay spending and 1% if you just use the card normally, physically. All right, so how do we beat that? Well, let's first look at getting 2% back on everything without having to jump through the hoop of using Apple Pay. Here's a card that does that. The Citi Double Cash. So the Citi Double Cash is an old favorite that people use for their catch-all or non-category card. It earns 2% on everything with no categories. Now technically it's 1% when you make your purchase and 2% when you pay the bill, but hey, we advocate paying the bill in full every month anyway. Like the Apple Card, the Citi Double Cash has no annual fee, and it currently has a welcome bonus of $200 when you spend $1,500 in your first 6 months. The Apple Card, by contrast, doesn't even have a welcome bonus. From time to time, they offer a $100 bonus, but at the time of recording, that is not available. Now, really, the only drawback of the Citi Double Cash I can see versus the Apple Card is that you don't get 3% back on Apple purchases, and the card does have foreign transaction fees. But hey, if you're going abroad, you will probably want a more serious travel credit card like the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Capital One Venture X anyway. So that is the Citi Double Cash. It solved the problem of getting 2% cash back on everything without having to use Apple Pay. There are a few other 2% on everything cards like the Wells Fargo Active Cash and the TD Double Up card that you can look into as well, but the Citi Double Cash is the most famous one. All right, let's move on. Let's look at a card from Apple's mobile wallet rival, the PayPal MasterCard. Now, like the Apple Card, the PayPal Cashback MasterCard offers a 3% and 2% cashback earning structure. But for the 3%, instead of it being at select merchants only, it is on any spending through PayPal. Now, you may not realize, but PayPal is actually the 3rd most popular payment option in North America behind Visa and MasterCard, but ahead of Amex and then Apple Pay in 5th place. Now, we tend to think of PayPal as more common for online transactions, but many stores actually do accept it too. So as long as you set the PayPal MasterCard as your payment method in the PayPal app, then use the app or the PayPal button on a website to pay, you will be earning 3%. That beats Apple's 2% through Apple Pay, and the PayPal MasterCard earns 2% back on all other spending too, physically using the card. Like the Apple Card, it has no annual fee. It does have foreign transaction fees and other fees that the Apple Card doesn't have, but personally, that's not really a deal breaker for me. You can decide what you think. All right, let's move on. But before we do get into looking at another credit card, I want to talk about the sponsor of today's video. Of any supplement that you can include in your diet, omega-3 is the best all-round defender of your health. It can reduce cholesterol, reduce the risk of heart problems, reduce aging, and even improve your eyesight. Now, most omega-3 supplements come from fish oil, but not Puritongue's. Their omega-3 oils are extracted from purslane and perilla seeds from plants growing in the high mountains of Korea. So it is organic, 100% vegan, has no fishy aftertaste, and has a much higher omega-3, 6, 7, and 9 concentration than fish oil. Puretang also uses a patented supercritical carbon dioxide low temperature extraction method to extract the oils, which preserves the natural properties better. Thus, I recommend Puretang over any other omega-3 supplement. And you can get Puretang omega-3 for yourself or a loved one this holiday season and get free shipping when you enter code BH2023 at checkout. Link is below. The Venmo credit card. Now I'm including this one because there are many parallels with the Apple Card. It is a credit card created by a mobile wallet company. It has a 3%, 2%, and 1% cashback earning structure, and it has no annual fee. With the Venmo card, you earn 3% back on your highest earning category each month from this list of 8 categories. There are some pretty big ones in there like groceries, dining, and travel. Then you will earn 2% back on your second biggest spending category from the same list and 1% on everything else. And you can still earn the 2% or 3% if you add the card to Apple Pay or any other mobile wallet and use that for payment. Another cool feature of the Venmo card is that your Venmo QR code will be printed on the card itself. So if you use the card to pay at a restaurant, your friends can at the same time scan the QR code on your credit card with their phones and they'll send you the money to split the bill. So in summary, this one allows you to earn 3% in your top category rather than at a list of select merchants like with Apple. And you can do the math for yourself to see which one works out better for you, this or the Apple Card. But for me, spending like $1,000 a month on grocery, that would bring in way more cash back than the little bit of spending I do at Walgreens, Uber, or Apple. Let's now move on to some cards that really beat the Apple Card on mobile wallet spending. The US Bank Altitude Reserve. Okay, so this is a premium travel credit card from US Bank. Thus, it does have a high annual fee of $400, but it has a $325 annual credit for travel and dining purchases, meaning that if you spend any money at all on either travel or dining, including takeout, at any restaurant, you will be refunded until you have reached $325 in total. That takes the annual fee effectively down to $75. With that out of the way, how does this compete with the Apple Card? Well, the US Bank Altitude Reserve earns 3 points per dollar on Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay. The points are worth at least 1 cent per point, so you're getting 3% back on all your mobile wallet spending versus 2% on the Apple Card. Now, it is better, but why pay $75 a year for that? Okay, so yeah, you would have to spend $7,500 before the extra 1% you earn outweighs the annual fee. And yes, if you redeem it for cashback, that is the case. But if you redeem the points for travel, the points are worth 1.5 cents per point. So that 3% back turns into 4.5% back on all mobile wallet spending. Also, the card has a 50,000 point welcome bonus worth $500 if you use it for cashback, or $750 if you use it for travel. The card also gives you 8 priority pass airport lounge visits per year, TSA or global entry, and there are no foreign transaction fees. So for people who are looking for something more travel related, but still a card that earns a bonus through Apple Pay, this one could be for you. All right, let's get to our last card that totally obliterates the Apple Card on its mobile wallet bonus. The Kroger MasterCard. This is a credit card that is co-branded with the Kroger grocery store chain. It is not a store card that can only be used at that store. It is actually a MasterCard, so it can be used anywhere, and it earns 5% back on mobile wallet transactions, including Apple Pay, with no annual fee. But there are some conditions to this. So it's 5% back on Kroger Pay, up to $3,000 per year in spending, then it goes down to 2% back. And on other mobile wallets, including Apple Pay, you get 5% back on up to $3,000 in spending per year, and then it goes down to 1%. So you could just use this for your first $3,000 worth of Apple Pay transactions per year, and then just switch to a 2% card like the Double Cash or something else. Like the Apple Card, this has no foreign transaction fees, and like we said, no annual fee. So this is really a hot contender for your mobile wallet spending. Personally, I don't think I do more than $3,000 worth of mobile spending per year anyway, but if I was earning 5%, maybe I would pay more attention to where I can use Apple Pay. Anyway, guys, what do you think? There's no one card that is perfect, but many on this list do beat the Apple Card in different ways. Which one is right for you? Let me know in the comments below. A big thank you to Puretang for sponsoring this video. Get free shipping on your order of their plant-based 100% vegan omega-3 supplement with my link below. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.